Oh, hello everyone, it's your boy Masterful27 here, and we're now post Lotad event, research, I was going to say community day then, a research event. And what's the best way? I love doing these, I love to have a little sort of view back, a review of an event when it happens, because let's face it, that's what people like to do after we've had an opportunity to experience something different. So a lot of people in my timelines on Twitter have been quite debatable about the Lotad Research Day, and fair play to you all actually. Everyone's allowed and deserved an opinion, and that's what makes this game really exciting, makes the platform really interesting as well. I sort of tweeted up last night my sort of opinions on it, and I think, you know, I could only play for a limited window on it, but I thought the return on the event was pretty decent. So I thought, you know what, let's just have it out now. And let's have a sort of, let's have a real thought behind it and what we think we've learnt from this. And comparable events we've had previously with Clamperl and then Phoebus beforehand. So one of the things we picked up on before was the window change. So let's look at some of the comparisons between Clamperl and this amazing, relaxed Lotad event. Clamperl event was for 3 hours, whilst we had a 9-hour window for this Lotad Research Day. So what did I sort of think about it in the 9-hour window? Well, I was working for a bit of the weekend, so it meant that I could only sort of participate a little bit. We did a live stream, which was pretty cool. We had some success at the end of the live stream. And what I did was I took a snapshot before how many research tasks I'd done as a starting point, but I looked at how many I'd done at the end of it. And then we looked at how many shiny Lotad encounters we had on it. And it made quite interesting statistics, actually. So I did 75 research tasks on this Lotad event, and we had 4 shiny encounters with Lotad in the end, which was roughly, and excuse my maths here, about 1 in 19, I think I worked it out at, which I thought was a fantastic ratio of shiny Lotads to research tasks. So we've got 1 in 19 on that, and then cast form. Cast form is a little bit more crazy. I got 9 shiny cast forms in the end. And I can't remember how many encounters it was, but I think it averaged about 1 in 23 encounters with shiny cast form, which is not too dissimilar to a community day. So there was a perception that it was cast form day, but actually when you sort of looked at it, and they had to increase the spawns of cast form. There's no other way they could do it, because when you compare it to the Clamperl event, they had like a pool of water type Pokemon that they threw out into the event. And that was the difference with Lotad Research Day. There was no pool of types of Pokemon released. So the shiny limitations were there from the very off. But, like I said, you know, I was more than happy with the spawn rates of cast form. They're everywhere, actually. And to be fair, maybe I was really a little bit critical about the cast form shiny catch rates. So there was some distinct differences between Clamperl and Lotad, which I think is what everybody was sort of getting to. A lot of people after Clamperl were over the moon and said don't change the format, but Lotad Day, I think, looked and listened to some of the concerns that people had about being able to make the window. There were a few reports after about 5 or 6 hours that the cast form spawn rates had dropped a little bit. But those was sort of, I can't really comment on that because I wasn't playing it at the end of the event. But I did make a final dash to sort of get some Lotad research tasks so I can finish those off after the event. And I've still got one, I think, kicking about in my stash. I've just got to do a raid on that one. The research tasks of the day, I think, were brilliant. I think they were just about right. There was loads of different opportunities there, be it sort of make great throws, make it nice throws in a row, completing in raids, catching weather boosted Pokemon, catching cast form and all that. I think the research pool was pretty decent, and I think they need to adopt that format moving forward. But I get it, you know, people have very varied opinion on this event, and you know what, that's what it's all about. Fair play to you all. Keep throwing at me your thoughts for these events, because actually they'll never get it right for everybody, but if they get it okay for most, I think that's as good as it gets. Niantic seem to be a pretty decent sort of company for this gaming platform. They seem to really be listening to the players and just tweaking things and trying things. So that's my take on the Lotad Research Day. I think I'll put a brief summary. In my opinion, I think the Lotad shiny rates were okay. I think the cast forms were a little bit too crazy, but I think the weather boosted ones were just right. And I think overall the 9-hour window was nice and relaxed, and it took a lot of pressure off on the day. And I think it was pretty good. But I think there's definitely something there reverting back to the 3-hour format. And getting it back to how Clan Pearl was. But then again, I did say to a few people, I challenged them back on it, the 9-hour window, if they kept the shiny rates the same as on Clan Pearl Day, people would have had like 20 Lotads and all that. And I think it's quite nice that people need some additional ones to do the evolutions. And I said, I came out with 4, which is brilliant, but I've got one there to trade, but they've got a bit of trading value. Have these Lotads. So that's my take on it. So we're here on April Fool's Day, April the 1st. A new little feature's been dropped into Pokemon Go, which is pretty cool. If you take AR plus photos with any of your Pokemon today, we're not sure how long it lasts for, but 4 to 6 photos will have a little Pikachu wearing Ash's hat on it, peeking up on your screen. And it does have the opportunity to be shiny. The shiny version was released before, and it's been launched into the game through other hat events. But this one for Ash's hat is now available in a shiny variant. And it's pretty cool, actually. There are reports as well that Ash might photobomb your photos. But I've got a feeling that's an April Fool's in itself. I think it's an April Fool's within the April Fool's Day event. I've certainly not had any luck on that one yet. But we've had some great photos so far. And I've got 5 Ash Hat Pikachus. I don't think I'm going to get a 6th one, and certainly no shiny out of those ones. So have fun, snap your AR photos of your Pokemon, see if Ash comes on them, and let me know how it looks. This is my first vlog in the new room, in my new hideout, as I'd call it. It's going to get better, and when we get the monitor, we're going to be streaming very, very soon. Well, anyway, I'm Masterful27. Thank you all. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Hope you enjoyed the little Lotad stream that we did do. A new week is here upon us, and hopefully we will all catch up. And the bug event starts tomorrow on the 2nd of April, which should be pretty cool. And I've still got money on Illumise being the shiny variant over here in the UK. Right, I'll catch up with you all. Work to do. See you soon, everyone. Take care.